For 29th, 30th April 2025. On Tuesday, 29th April 2025 at 9:30 a.m., we have papers. A paper on report of lands, fiscal planning, and urban development on the status of titling of public lands in the county and the survey of public land for public amenities, including roads and their reserves, by Honorable John Duogashino, Chairperson's Committee on Land Fiscal Planning and Urban Development. Paper 2, it will be on report of the Committee on Trade, Cooperative Development and Industrialization on the Nyandarua County Lake All Blossom Sports Tourism and Conservation Half Marathon Fund Annual Report and Financial Statements for the financial year ended June 30th, 2024 by Honorable Chair Samuel Lemui Kayani, Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization. On notices of motion, a notice of motion on the adoption of the report of lands, fiscal planning, and urban development on report of the lands, fiscal planning, and urban development on the status of titling of public lands in the county and the survey of public land for public amenities, including loans and their reserves, by Honorable Chair John Duogashino. On statements, a response to a statement sought by Honorable Mirka Wajiro Dilango on statement of Nalombi and Kwajora ECD in Keleita Ward by Honorable Chair Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services, Honorable Peter Gadoko Kamau. Response to statement sought by Honorable Stephen Mulidi Matimo on the status of operations of Engineer County Level 4 Hospital and its mortuary, by Honorable Chair Honorable Paulo Geshawa Baine, Health Services Committee. Motions and bills. A motion on the report of the Committee on Health Services on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023-2024 by Honorable Chair Paulo Geshawa Baine, Health Services Committee. Tuesday, 29 April 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Honorable Speaker, there will be papers on report of the Committee on Water, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources on the Nyandarua County Climate Change and Financing Locally Led Climate Actions, FLOCA, half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Chair Honorable Isaac Kamau by Committee on Water, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources. Report of the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and ICT on the Nyandarua County Revenue Fund, half-year report and financial statements for the period ended that 1st December 2024 by Honorable Sakre Mwangijero, Chairpersons, Committee on Finance, Economic and Planning and ICT. Report number 3 will be on Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and ICT on the Nyandarua County Receiver and Revenue half-year report. Sorry, Chair, see, this is a repetition. We have to correct that. The other report is report on the Committee on Special Funds Accounts on the Nyandarua County Executive, State and Public Officers Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 1st, 2024 by Honorable Peter Dej Kiriga, Chair on Committee on Special Funds Accounts. On statements, a response to a statement sought by Honorable Samuel Limwika Yani on contracting of environmental impact assessment EAI services within the county, funds collected for the services and expenditures therein for financial year 17 for financial year 2017 and 2018 to financial year 2022-2023 by Honorable Sakare Mwagijero, Chairperson Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT. On motions and bills, a motion on the report of the Committee on Special Funds Account on the Nyandarua County Executive, that's State and Public Officers, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, annual report and financial statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2024 by Honorable Peter Dej Kiriga, Chairperson Committee on Special Funds. Honorable Chair, just a minute, I clarify something. Chair, tomorrow, Honorable Speaker, tomorrow, Wednesday, 30th April 2025, 9:30 a.m., we will have papers. First paper report of the Committee on Special Funds Account on Nyandarua County Emergency Fund, half-year report and financial statement for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Honorable Peter Dej Kiriga, Chairperson's Committee on Special Funds Accounts. Paper number 2 will be on report of the Committee on Health Services on the JM Kariuki County Referral Level 4 Hospital half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Honorable Paul Geshe Wabaile, Chairperson's Health Services Committee. Report number 3 is on health services on the Engineer County Level 4 Hospital half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Honorable Paul Geshe Wabaile, Chairperson's Health Services Committee. Honorable Speaker, the second one was for JM Kariuki County Referral Hospital. On report number 4 is the Committee on Trade, Cooperative Development and Industrialization on the Nyandarua County Lake All Blessed Sport Tourism and Conservation Half Marathon Fund half-year report and financial statements for the period ended 31st December 2024 by Honorable Samuel Limwika Yani, Chairperson's Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization. On motions and bills, motion on adoption of the report of large fiscal planning and urban development on the departmental budget implementation report for the financial year 2023-2024 by Honorable Chair John Duogashino, Chair on Lands. Motion 2 is on adoption of the report of the Committee on Special Funds Accounts on the report on the annual financial statements for County Emergency Fund for the financial year 2023-2024 by Honorable Peter Dej Kiriga, Chairperson's Special Funds. Honorable Speaker, tomorrow, Wednesday, 30th April 2025 at 2:30 p.m., we'll have papers. First paper on report of the Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services on the Nyandarua County Bursary Fund half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Honorable Peter Gadogo Kamau, Chairperson's Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services. Report 2 is on lands and fiscal planning and urban development on the Olkalau Municipality half-year report and financial statements for the period ended December 31st, 2024 by Honorable John Dugashino, Chair Lands. Report 3 for Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution on the Nyandarua County Inspectorate and Compliance for Enforcement Bill 2024 by Honorable Ednan Wabogo Kingori, Chairperson's Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution. Honorable Speaker, on statements, it's a response to a statement sought by Honorable Samuel Madhu Wainaina on the status of implementation of the annual budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025 for the period ending 30th September 2024 for the each department as required under Section 166(4) Public Finance Management Act 2012, the amounts collected, the receiver of revenue from each revenue stream, and the status of pending bills. Honorable Speaker, sponsored by Honorable Sakari Mwagijero, Chairperson's Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, and ICT. Statement 2 is on status of titling of Mawingo and Trasha colonial villages. Sponsored by Honorable Isaac Amambai, MCA with Yoro. Statement number 3 is to the statement sought by Honorable Stephen Muridi Matimo on the status of charges of water tariffs by Olkalau Water and Sanitation Company. Sponsored by Honorable Isaac Kamau Bae, Chairperson's Committee on Water, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources. On motions and bill, the Nyandarua County Inspectorate and Compliance Enforcement Bill 2024 for second reading by Honorable Ednan Wabogo Kingori, Chairperson Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution. Honorable Speaker, this notice paper is prepared and published pursuant to Standing Orders 40 and 41. Honorable Speaker, I do table.
Very well. Clerk, next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Other papers, there are several papers. The first one is by Honorable John Dugashino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development.
Honorable John Dugashino, Honorable Ibrahim Mwangbaina, on behalf of the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. On behalf of my chair, this is the report of the Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development Committee on the status of titling and survey of public lands meant for public amenities, including roads and their reserves. Honorable Speaker, I do table.
The report is duly tabled, and the same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157 5D. Next order.
Under the same order, there is a paper by Honorable Samuel Rimui Kayani, the Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization.
Honorable Samuel Rimui Kayani, Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization. Next order. The said matter has been, I refer back to the House Business Committee for resurgery. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Under this order, there is a notice of motion by Honorable John Dugashino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development.
Honorable Ibrahim Maina, on behalf of the Chair, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, on behalf of Chair Honorable John Dugashino, Chairperson's Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House does adopt the report of Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development on the report of the Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development on the status, titling of land in the county and the survey of public land meant for public amenities, including loans and their reserves, as a report of the House and the recommendation therein as the resolution of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Notice of motion is duly given, and the same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157 5D. Clerk, next order.
Order number 7, statements. Other statements, there is a statement response by Honorable Peter Gadugu Kamau, the Chairperson, Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services.
Honorable Peter Gadugu Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, even after a busy weekend, we had a visitor, the Mount Kenya Kingpin. Even after the visit, I'm able to come with a statement, Honorable Speaker. In accordance, Honorable Speaker, of the Nyandarua County Assembly Standing Orders, number 46, Honorable Mirka Wanjiru, the MC for Kirita Award, sought a statement from the Chairperson of the Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs and Social Services concerning the classroom and ablution block at Kwanjora ECD Center and Nairobi Pre-Primary Centers. Accordingly, the committee held a meeting on 22nd August of 2024 and resolved to request the information sought from the County Executive Committee member responsible for the primary education in the county. The committee wrote a letter, Honorable Speaker, to the CCM on the 22nd of August, which was dispatched through the office of the clerk under reference number NCA/clerk/15 to the CCM Education/56/24. In the letter, the CCM was requested to provide the information on or before 5th September. However, by the stated date, the committee had not received the response. So on 24th, on 14th of October 2024, The Office of the Clerk received a response from the Department of Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture, and Social Services regarding the pre-primary classrooms at Kwajora in Nairobi. Upon reviewing the correspondences received, the committee told the department that the information was insufficient and resolved to invite the CCM in charge of education, gender affairs, culture, and social services to a committee meeting which was held on 13th November 2024. And upon the information that we received, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Member for Kirita approached the committee and told us that the issues had been resolved, emergency fund had been provided for the demolition of the ECD centers at Nairobi, and also the Kwajora issues had been resolved. So, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Member for Kirita, who is not present, is satisfied with the progress. Thank you.
The response is duly tabled and read, and the seeker, through the response, has expressed satisfaction. So we proceed. Next order.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
It's Honorable Zachary.
Honorable Speaker, during the seeking of the statement, I was in the floor of this House and requested that the committee should look into the issue pertaining to Rwanyambo ECD. And I think the chairperson, in his own wisdom, has tried to circumnavigate around that issue. So I want a clarification from that head. When if you consult Hansard, I said 8B and Joida as together with the statement sought by Honorable Aju.
Honorable Peter Gadungu.
Honorable Speaker, I can't recall the issue on Rwanyambo, and we can't ignore it. And Honorable Speaker, you see, we request the Honorable Member for Nyake, with all due respect. You see, the bursary has been scrapped, Honorable Speaker, and all our focus is on improvement of ECD centers, like it's being done in Murang'a and Kiambu. I think you raised the issue since as the chairman, I need the information on the status of all the ECDs so that we can improve them, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Zachary, are you satisfied with the response?
Honorable Speaker, obviously you know this machination from my good friend and member for Reshaupondo. The information is readily available at the department, and being the chair, Honorable Gadugu, it's only fair. Bearing in mind that we are almost doing our budget estimates, to give us the status so that even I can be guided on how much should I allocate, Honorable Speaker, if the need be, to make sure that a project that was started in the year 2018, 2019, Honorable Speaker, to date, is stalled. So it is imperative for the chair to give a date on when, before the budget estimates, the said information will be available.
Based on that, I refer the matter back to the Committee on Education, Gender, Social Affairs. How much time, Chairperson, do you need to respond?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would say, since the Office of the Speaker has directed the committee to address the Rwanyambo issue, give us 45 days. We shall be back in this House, and I believe the budget will not have been done by then. And because of the timelines, give us 30 days. so that when the budget is coming here, we shall have given the feedback, Honorable Speaker. We shall do the necessary as a committee within the next 30 days.
30 days, let it be recorded on the business tracker,
Thank you.
and the business shall be done. Next order.
Under the same order, there is a statement response by Honorable Paul Geshwa-Baire, the Chairperson, Committee on Health Services.
Honorable Paul Geche-Wabaire, Chairperson, Committee on Health Services. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On 12th the day of November 2022, Honorable Stephen Murithi Matimo sought a statement from the Chairperson, Committee on Health Services, concerning the status of the JM County Referral Hospital mortuary and the Engineer County Hospital mortuary. He wanted 5 issues to be addressed. Roman 1, it was about the total number of staff in all the Engineer County Hospital and their respective designation and the existing human gaps in the state facility. And the response was the staff establishment in the Engineer County Hospital mortuary and JM County Referral Hospital is as follows. We have the cadre and the number and the gaps. We have 2 mutations, and that is on engineer. 1 on disciplinary due to drunkenness and absconding duties. JM Kariuki Memorial County Referral Hospital, the mutation we have 1, and we have a gap of 2. Roman 2, there was explanation of the mortuary services of our facility and the existing operational challenges within. Number 1, services offered is body deception and preservation. When we talk of preservation, it is receiving and tagging of deceased person upon arrival at the mortuary. Preservation of bodies using refrigeration or embalming method to delay decomposition. Number 2, embalming services, which consist of injection of preserving chemicals to maintain body integrity for extended periods, often necessary for trade values or repatriation. Number 3, there is post-mortem examination, which includes conducting autopsies to determine the cause of death when requested by families or mandated by law. Number 4, we have body viewing and preparation for burial, which consists of preparation of bodies for viewing in form of dressing, grooming, and cosmetic enhancements for presentation during funeral services. They are cosmetic, Mr. Speaker, you know, Honorable Gitau from Morukarau knows about cosmetic enhancement. And it's a good thing. So number 5, we have grief support services, which includes offering basic counseling and emotional support to grieving families during the body collection process. Number 6, there is documentation and certification, like issuance of necessary documentation such as burial permits and certificates in collaboration with other relevant agencies. Number 7, storage services for unclaimed bodies, which includes temporary storage of unclaimed bodies until identification of further action by the authorities. Challenges, Mr. Speaker, the challenges faced at JM County Referral Hospital mortuary as follows. We have staff capacity building, infrastructure upgrade. When we talk of infrastructure upgrade, there is proposed intervention, invest in modern refrigeration units, spacious storage facility, and reliable backup power sources. Enhanced funding, improved public awareness. When we talk of improved public awareness, we talk of proposed intervention, that is, we educate the community about the importance of mortuary services and dispel cultural stigmas. We still have people who place their corpse in on the charcoals and also on the sawdust, maybe. So strengthened infection prevention, and control. We have policy reforms and civic education, where we need to streamline legal and the administrative processes for quicker issuance of permits and the body release. Civic education to the members of public on the impact of long-standing feuds and dispute occasion prolonged holding of bodies. Exploring alternative dispute resolution mechanism, especially to the offenders of COVID and funeral-related services. Such could be mechanism on self-regulation and maybe formation of a circle to distribute business amongst themselves, as opposed to the current arrangement of a free market that gives preference to the dominant vendors are the ones with a bigger financial mass. When we talk of Engineer County Hospital, the services offered, it's the same: receiving of the human bodies, cleaning of human bodies, labeling, tagging, preservation of human bodies, that is embalming or refrigeration, post-mortem, receiving of coffin and clothes for disease the day before burial, preparation of bodies for burial, dispatch of body for burials, documentation. Mr. Speaker, the challenges faced at Engineer County Hospital morgue include too many private coffin dealers have pitched businesses at the hospital entrance, causing nuisance to patients seeking services at Engineer County Hospital. When you visit Engineer Hospital, when the first sight is coffee. So if you are sick, on seeing the displayed coffee there out, you feel like already you are gone. So it is causing stigma to those, and they have a notion that if you get there, you will not survive. You have to die. So we need to work on how to, maybe location, how to locate strategically. They be located. We don't mean that the coffin are bad, but they need to be strategically located, maybe away or a certain corner. Because they are just by the gates, at the gates. The first is as if the reception is coffins. So business rivalry between private coffin and her service provider being used to prioritize mortuary services in the hospital. Manual health management information system. Manual health management information system is whereby we don't have proper record. You cannot be able to trace electronically the body received, the body dispatched. So this one in accounting, it has affected the mark there. You cannot be able to monitor. And that is why sometimes you find that the cooks are working and others are nowhere to be found. The revenue generated, Roman 3, the revenue generated in each hospital in financial year 2023-2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, on the revenue generated from each mortuary in the financial year under review, it is tabulated. The first quarter in JM we got 623,900,000, quarter 2 820 400, quarter 3 809 200, quarter 4 833 800, total 2,787,300. When you go to engineer, first quarter 633,000, quarter 2 893,000, quarter 3 864,500, quarter 4 654,500, total 2,444,800. And Mr. Speaker, here we have some accounting issues, Mr. Speaker. You see, the JM, the mortuary, this modern, it is on its, it is a state of art.
Hello? Yes.
Mortuary that we are having here.
Good morning.
At the east or west of Nyandarua and including Nakuru. This is the very best mortuary. As you find the bodies are here. A simple arithmetic tells us that there is some misappropriation that is happening there. A year, it is 2,770,000. Normally here we know our custom that a body will be buried after 7 days. So mathematically, Even if you are releasing one body every day for 365 days, and you multiply by the minimum, and this should go even to the finance chair, because this is about revenue that you keep talking about and you are advocating for. You find 365 corps times 5,000 at least. When it is released, we only release one. You get a tune of 1.8 million, just one corps. We know the capacity of JM, it is 130. And mostly we may release even 10 a day. So we are losing revenue here. That is what we are saying. We are losing revenue. And Mr. Speaker, we are probing further in the financial statement that we have been provided. Because you cannot tell us that Engineer Hospital that is competing with Kinangop on the far end is able to raise 2.4. But Old Karau that is very dependent, and of course it is the best, Nakuru, Laikipia, Nyandarua, it is able to 2.7, a difference of 300. Its capacity is higher, it's a bit higher compared to Engineer. And we must probe this, because it is easiest to steal from the dead than the living. This is what is proven. And in our other reports, we will be able to highlight this with even the evidence, Mr. Speaker. So that one is a good question that has been asked, because it now gives us a leeway even to probe further. Romans 5, explanation on the possible misconduct of the various public officers in the hospital, including the matter of conflict of interest. In regard to the above issue, the CCM stated that there is an active case involving Joseph Mogo, a Motetian in engineer. This is occasioned by perennial abusement of duty and drunkenness were at work. An incident that had been reported indicating a case of possible conflict of interest in the provision of mortuary services at Engineer Hospital by a group of persons involved in the funeral services. The specific complaint was that clients are directed to buy coffins from specific vendors. The department carried out investigation into the claim submitted through the established redress mechanisms. The allegations, therefore, were not proven, and it was concluded they are premised on intense business rivalry, where one player has established dominance over the other funeral service provider. As such, the mortuary in charge was reminded to always adhere to the established standard practices for discharging those duties. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, the responses from the department acknowledge and provide valuable insight into both the achievement and ongoing challenges in mortuary management in the county, human resource constraints, infrastructure deficiencies, administrative and policy weaknesses, and unchecked commercial interference in public health spaces have been pointed out as serious gaps in the sector. As a way forward, the committee calls upon the executive to expedite recruitment and training of mortuary staff, allocate budgetary support for infrastructure improvement, enforce ethical practices to eliminate any form of coercion or business manipulation, introduce a framework for public-private coordination in the funeral services industry, possibly through regulated association or cooperative. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, what we are saying, as I have indicated, this is an eye-opener. As a committee, we will look further in our financial statement to be able to uncrop whatever is happening in our MOG, term of services. Also, when you go to even the services provided, you have heard that there is a refrigeration or embalming. Most of our people are paying for both because they are not aware. And I have come to learn that there is a scheme whereby either your person is being embalmed or refrigerated. Nobody will get the difference. Because of sorrow, they are charged, and this money does not go direct to the kitty of the county government. You either pay up for fee with no receipt. And we must now, and also I ask members of this house that you also need to follow what is happening to your people, those who are mourning. Just even sometimes it's good even you ask them, how much were you charged? What were you provided with receipts? What happened? Because I've come to learn that the easiest business is for the dead. Nobody will question. They are mourning. What the family needs or requires is that preserve the body for us. So because they don't have an idea of what next. And now, when they are charged with money upfront, and this money cannot go to the kitty of the revenue of this county, then it is as if we have privatized our mortuary, or we are in a partnership. But we have come to realize and discover that the problem even of staffing, whereby you have a cash, and I don't want maybe to sound as if I'm achieving which hunt. The cash, this person is not well remunerated, so he may or she may find a way out to get some extra coin. And that is why we end up having one services you are charged for two services. Because even you, Mr. Speaker, sir, maybe you don't know the difference between embalming and refrigeration. And if you don't know, what about the Wanjiku who is interior there? Who only being frightened when you want to even follow your cooks, you open door for you to see many. So you are even frightened and you are crying, and nobody cares about it. So we are going to, as a committee, we are going to streamline as well, because we want our county, the image so far, and not only to critique. I can say that the service is being offered. It is a standard service, especially nobody will like the services of MOG, but let me say they are offering good services, especially if you have one of the bodies there, well preserved, the place is clean, and one preacher in our village was saying you can even take a meal there, even nyama choma there inside, because the place is very clean. It's very good. And this one is to embrace, because we know where other mobs that where they tend to be smelly, they tend to be chaotic. They are not in good shape. The bodies are rotting there. But this one is clean. The bodies are well preserved. Only that we need to stimulate management, the flow of now money, where the money should go. And with that, Mr. Speaker, thank you. I thank the committee for the tremendous effort, your office for the support given, the office of the clerk, and also the secretariat for the unwavering support, especially when we are coming up with this report or the statement. And also, I sincerely thank the seeker of this statement. He's a good man, and he has passion for Nyandarua, in matter services. He fights for quality, and his future is luminous. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Health Services. The seeker of the statement, Honorable Stephen Murithi Matimu. Are you satisfied with the response?
Mr. Speaker, from the onset, I really want to thank the Health Committee. I wanted to go on record that this is one of the committees that is very vibrant. I don't say that the other committees are not vibrant, but on this specific one, Mr. Speaker, the works and even the statement that we've sought from this Honorable House, this one committee that has never failed to table a report, has never failed to respond. And I really want to appreciate them for the work that they've done. And Mr. Speaker, I'm really satisfied with the entire report. And one of the issues that has really gotten my attention is anytime that you go to the hospital, Mr. Speaker, you always go there with a heart and hope that you leave that facility having been healed and in good health. But Mr. Speaker, when you go to a hospital and the first thing that you find on the entrance are coffins, one of the things that will get into your mind is that I'm getting into this facility in the condition that I'm in, and already there are coffins outside here that I might end up being inside one of those coffins. I would humbly request the department to look into the issue so that at least we can give our people hope. Let's have another designated area whereby these coffins can be sold. We don't want to finish the business, but they should be relocated to another area. At least by the time people are coming to these facilities, let them have hope and let them know that by the end of the day, they've gotten to a place whereby the doctors therein will be working across the clock to ensure that they get out of the hospital having being in good health. Because there's nothing, whatever we see is what we visualize. If you see a coffin and you are sick, Mr. Speaker, the other thing that will get in your mind is, I might die and not get back. So I humbly request the department to take heed and ensure that whoever is doing that business just outside the hospital should be relocated to another area. Mr. Speaker, again, from the same report, we've seen that we have several gaps in the facilities, and I think that has been one of the main issues as to why we have sometimes, not always, substandard works being done. I would humbly request the department, and I think I had sought this statement that so that at least we can know the gaps that we have in our facility. And there's a time that we requested through this Honorable House that when we have members or staff who have retired, who have exited maybe to greener pastures, we should ensure that, Mr. Speaker, we fill the gaps by even employing other staff to fill the gap. Mr. Speaker, on matters revenue, this is something that the chair has really mentioned, and I think one of the issues that I find even as honorable members being so much involved in is matters, funerals, supporting members of our communities, and I think this is one avenue that we should come in and ensure that our people are not exploited, and especially when they are mourning. I think I'll be taking up that issue whenever I go to those committees to ensure that they're not double paid, and any monies that are paid should be on receipt. And when such an issue comes, I think we have this Honorable House to ensure that we streamline the same. Mr. Speaker, as I finish, I would really want to really thank the committee, and even having gone further to ensure that on matters revenue, I think we need to do something as a house to ensure that all facilities run smoothly and we are able to give our people what they need. With that, Mr. Speaker, I really thank the entire committee, the entire clerkship for the good work that they've done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ibrahim Mwangi.
Honorable Speaker, from onset, I would also comment the factual report that has been tabled by the committee to this House on the services in our mortuaries, that is JM and engineer. We commend the committee for coming up with and also identifying the few challenges that are there, and we recommend that the missing gaps, the executive has to adhere on how they have to mitigate on them, because a good example is that by people like now in Murugal ward, most of them are seeking service. There's this service from Engineer Hospital, and if we are able now to release the current standards of service we have in these facilities, we're able to give our people the best service. The information from ground is that they are, like now in engineer, they are offering the best service from that area. You're even seeing people are not going to private hospital like previously. That was, they used to go to North Kinango, because allowed almost every mortuary within now this. Allowed almost every mortuary within now this, within the country. Most of these people are just next to the mortuaries. And I think with the free market system, and putting in mind that most of the premises they are utilizing are not, most of the premises they are using are not public, they are just private. I don't know how we are going to control them, but we are the people who has also licensed them. We have to see whether when we are licensing for those service providers, we should have specific designated area those service providers. You can't get, you may not even get an M-Pesa income in this county. I have agreed with the committee that with the proper information and system, our people are able to make payments when they are well informed what exactly is supposed to be paid. And I will encourage the chair and the committee, let's in these mortuaries, let's have what is called the service charters, so that when and I don't know whether they can come up with either a structure. If the body is supposed to be for refrigeration, let them specify. Is this, you are supposed to either pay first the admission or the registration, then you pay for the registration for this. Then the other side of employment, they also specify. I think they should give us a charter with these packages, so that when we are also informing our people within the wards, we know there are several packages and their charges depend on this. Honorable Speaker, I recommend the report. This is a good report, and in future, if we are able to raise these standards of services, I think we are doing the right thing to our people within the county, and I support. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. And with the responses, then the chair also notes the outstanding way of reporting from the Committee on Health Services and congratulates them for the good work. Clerk, next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Mr. Speaker, sir, under this order, there is a motion to be moved by the Honorable Paul Geshe-Wambaire, the chairperson, the Committee on Health Services.
Honorable Paul Geshe-Wambaire, chairperson, Health Services Committee. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to move the following motion that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Health Services on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023-2024 as the report of this House and the recommendation therein as the resolution of the House. So, Mr. Speaker, looking at the mood of the House, I wish to sought for a leave because I can see even my seconder is not around, and I can not even see any other member of the Committee on Health. So it will be in futility, even if I proceed, and I need your guidance, Mr. Speaker, even before I move.
Honorable members, with the request of the chair, I direct that the business be rescheduled to convenient time. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we have exhausted the business as appearing in this morning order paper.
Honorable members, there being no other business to transact during this sitting, I now adjourn the House to Tuesday, the 29th day of April, 2025 at 2:30 p.m.